I think I just did my job, but apparently other people think I did more than that.
On the Saturday before Thanksgiving of 2005, then PFC Stephen Sanford was also involved in an intense firefight inside an Iraqi house, this one in Mosul. It started as a routine security patrol with the Army's 1st Infantry Division out of Fort Wainwright, Alaska.
We were actually looking forward to it. We were hoping that we could go in and, they would just all, put their hands up. We would throw them in the back of the vehicle, and then we'd go back to the detainee center, because once we were at the detainee center, then, one or two people would check in the prisoners, and the rest of us could just, drop the ramp, have a smoke, relax, stretch out a little bit. So that's what we were hoping for.
But it would be no routine operation. In the next half hour, 2 soldiers would be killed and 11 would be wounded.
All of a sudden, just all hell broke loose, and you could see the flashes and automatic weapons fire going off.
Although shot in the leg during the squad's initial assault attempt, he accompanied his squad during their second assault. Once inside the house, he provided a heavy volume of suppressive fire while the casualties were evacuated.
I guess it would be like a shotgun duel in a phone booth. Is the basic description, because there was 2 guys down at the end of the hallway, and they're both shooting at me. They didn't like me, I guess.
He returned to the house a second time to provide vital covering fire and security for the final withdrawal of the casualties.
It was incredibly loud. It was, you could smell the gunpowder and the blood and the dust and the dirt. My weapon started getting warm because I was firing it so much.
The last soldier out of the house was shot and lay bleeding on the street.
Private Sanford, with complete disregard for his own safety, moved to the soldier and began performing CPR.
I tried to stop his bleeding, and I didn't notice at the time, but apparently I had ran right into a perfect line of sight for one of their snipers, and I was taking hits, and there was rounds bouncing off the pavement. I got hit right here, and I started bleeding out pretty bad.
While attempting to revive the other soldier, he was shot twice more in the back, protecting the falling soldier. And Private Sanford returned fire and killed the insurgent while receiving 2 more potentially fatal gunshot wounds.
Steve Sanford's wounds would force him into medical retirement. And 15 months later, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Peter Pace would come to Alaska for a remarkable award ceremony.
He continued to return devastating fire on the enemy while helping his wounded comrade until he was incapacitated by his loss of blood.
As he was pinning the medal on, his hands kind of shook a little bit, and he said, sorry, this is the first time I've given one of these out. And I said, don't worry, General, it's my first one too. So.
General Pace also awarded Silver Stars to Sergeant First Class Michael Barrera and PFC Joshua Joseph for their actions in the same engagement.
When you talk about an award like this, it's not just me. Everybody did something heroic that day. It was a whole lot of very brave guys that day. I mean, this unit got a glorious unit citation.